Hey guys, it's me, it's Queen Osset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. All right, guys, so today I want to talk to you guys about something that I see a lot, and it's become such a norm, and we just accept it so easily. And it really does irk many of us, not just me. And I wanted to point it out to you guys. I've noticed, and you probably have noticed too, that online, on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, different places that you're at, there is just so much hate. There's so much competition. There's so much envy. There's so much jealousy. If you read the comments, that's why a lot of times I don't read comments, because if you read the comment section on a lot of different areas, a lot of different threads, a lot of different videos, you see some of the most hater ass shit in the world. I mean, you see some hating. And people always tell me, if you don't have haters, then you probably don't have any success. I agree. Haters do go along with the territory. Some people more so than others, depending upon what it is that you're doing. But my thing is that I feel like we're in such competition with each other constantly. And I feel like as a society, as a global society, we don't have to be in constant competition with each other. I don't think people even consider the fact that we could cooperate with each other. There's other options here. Like I'll give you an example. The other day I was looking at a video, and it was for this guy, and he was playing this song with this girl, beautiful guy. And I'm sitting here and I'm watching it, and I made the mistake of scrolling through the comments, and people were, men and women, were giving the woman such hell, talking about her hair, talking about her clothes. I mean, the woman was beautiful. She was flawless. Talking about her heels are too high and she looks like a slut. And I mean, they were just going in on this beautiful girl. And a great deal of it was envy, because a couple of the females really liked her man. Her man is a really gorgeous guy. And a couple of them like, oh, he should be with me instead. And making comments like that. And I was just looking at the thread thinking to myself, this is disgusting. This is the most disgusting shit I've ever seen. Because you did have people that were being more, it was more support than non-support. But it still was so disgusting that these people, these trolls, and every time I think about a troll, I think about the fact that a troll is a real person. You know, this is a person with all this ugliness in them. And it just really disturbs me that we have a society of so many people with so much ugliness in them. And I think it's because our global society is so competitive and so envious and so jealous of each other. Look, this universe is abundant. If we run out of money, they can print more. This universe is abundant. We have infinite technology and possibilities and all kinds of stuff. If we all are doing our divine purpose, if we're all living our mission, there's enough here for all of us to be okay. There's enough. We don't have to constantly compete for resources. We're not hunters and gatherers no more. We're not getting water in a bucket at the well. We have a lot of things that we don't have to be like that anymore. I think that is left over from our instincts, our basic instincts. And I just feel like at this point in our development, we can come past a lot of this stuff. A lot of the aggression and the violence and the jealousies and the envies and the negativity that goes on just on a micro level. I think all of that, from micro all the way to macro, I think all of that, I think we can get rid of a good portion of it by just realizing that we are a civilized society. Most of us are living in civilized society at this point. So why are we still using tactics from our competitive ancestors. I just feel like we should be past a lot of this, especially the envy part, the jealousy part, the negativity, the nastiness. And it doesn't seem like we're past it at all. It actually seems like more and more of it comes out as time progresses. You know, I think some of it has to do with the internet, because the internet is a wonderful tool, but it's also the opposite sometimes. And I think that sometimes when people are looking at the internet, they're comparing themselves to the other people. I never recommend and I never compare myself to others. Their mission is not my mission. Their purpose is not my purpose. I look at what I have and I see what I receive as a blessing. And I see that as their blessing. You know, they're getting theirs and I'm getting mine, you know? And that's the way I think that if we allowed ourselves to cooperate with each other more and not be in competition so much, I think we would get a lot more out of our interactions. I think we would treat each other better. And I think we'd have a better society. I think we'd have a better world. And some would tell me that I'm an idealistic Aquarius. That's what they tell me. And I'm like, okay, but you mean to tell me that you honestly believe we can't do better than this? I don't believe that. A group of people, a species, I'm gonna call this, because we're everywhere. So a species that has created some of the innovative technology that we've been able to create can't get past petty jealousies, can't get past envy, can't get past fighting and being nasty and negative and uncooperative with each other. Now, I know it's not going to work 100% all the time, but I know we can do better than this because we've proven that we have the capacity to be able to do it. It just means stepping up to the plate. And I think it begins with all of us. I think it begins with each individual in your living room, you know, saying, you know what, I'm going to do that. I'm going to be more cooperative. I'm going to see everything as a blessing. I'm going to be more grateful. I'm not going to compare myself to other people. I'm going to be happy for other people when they rise, and they're going to be happy for me. If we did that in our little individual apartments, houses, wherever you are right now, if each of us said that in our hearts to ourselves, then exactly what I'm talking about can occur. Now, is everybody going to get on board? No. You always got some knuckleheads. You always got some people that just got to be, you know. But if the majority of us made that decision, it would have an energetic rippling effect. And we could actually change. So I just want to point that out to you because I think a lot of things that happen in this world, a lot of stuff, I think we forget our power. And we forget that if we come together on something that we all want to change, it will change. Rebellions, revolutions, all kinds of stuff since the beginning of time. Change is the one constant. And it was us. It was our ancestors. It's us in the contemporary. It's going to be our descendants in the future. But it's us. It's this species that makes it happen. So if we want better, if we want more, and most people I talk to do want this. That's why I even bring it up. Most people I talk to tell me that they don't like the way human beings are getting along. They don't like the way people deal with each other online. They don't like the nastiness at their job. They don't like the backstabbing that goes on for scholarships or at school or with their contemporaries. All kinds of people come to me and write me letters and talk to me day after day about not, and this is the root of it all, right? Every last conversation I have is about human beings not treating each other well. At the root of every conversation, no matter what has happened, if it's an affair, if it's a boyfriend that doesn't understand you, if it's a mother who isn't, nurturing enough, if it's a child who's getting in trouble at school, Every single conversation I have is about human beings not acting good, not acting right in some kind of way, and it causing distress for some other person. So if we all said in our hearts, I'm going to do better, that's all it would take for change to begin. Change begins, like I said, with you. So if you become that change, and then you encourage that change in your children, your friends, your neighbors, your sister, your family members, if you become the change and then encourage the change, that's how change happens. And it's slow. It's really slow at first. And then it spreads and it trickles. The same way negative things can do that, positive things can do that too. See, people think about, like, for instance, gossip. We all know if I tell you a secret, it's going to get spread and spread and spread and spread in the negative. But did you know if you do something positive, if you make little positive changes and you spread that? Oh yeah, today I did a forgiveness meditation. Today I thought about some of the things I've done in my life and I journaled about it and came to the conclusion that I want to change some things. If you spread that kind of gossip, if you spread that kind of therapeutic moves that you're making towards healing, towards being better, towards being happier, then maybe your neighbor will be like, ooh, she meditating. Maybe I should try that. He's doing yoga and reading books about trauma and healing. Maybe I should do that. She's wearing rose quartz and saying prayers before bed and practicing gratitude. Maybe I should do that. So my point is that positivity can spread just as much as negativity. It's just the fact that we never think about it like that. And some of us do. I'm not going to say nobody does because I heard it somewhere. So some of us do think about it and some of us do it. But if we do more of it, we could have more of what we actually want. Tell me in the comment section, do you want that? Do you want a happier world? Do you want more people around you who are cooperating and not competing with you? Do you want co-workers and bosses who you enjoy seeing? Do you want family and friends who you come around and it's not always drama, it's not always negative, it's not always some bullshit? Now, some of us, have some of these things already, but none of us have all of these things. And we can definitely have at least more of these things. So tell me in the comment section, is that something that you would like to see? Is that a change you would like to see in this world? And 2, can you become that change? Can you pledge in your own heart to become that change? Because that's how it happens. You first. Like on that movie Titanic, you jump, I jump. Can you promise yourself that you'll jump? All right, guys, it's time for us to get going. You think about that and let me know your thoughts. I would love to hear what you have to say. So it's time for us to get going. So if you would like a reading done, email me and I'll give you an appointment. If you would like to contact me, my information will be underneath this video. And if you'd like to send me a gift, my Amazon wish list is underneath this video. And my PayPal is as well, in case you would like to send me a love donation. And come back soon because I have a lot more to say. Trust that. See you later.